welcome to 2026. She's Bronya.
And she's Sammy. She's a 2026 Sammy.
Yeah, and it's episode 173.
It's 173. That's a lot. That's a lot of chatting.
It is. It is.
Excuse me, I've got a snotty nose.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Just starting the new year off with a sniff.
So I'm going to leap straight in.
Go on. Go.
I don't know if I mentioned it last year, but I want to talk about the Pantone colour of the year.
We did have a messenger conversation about it.
Yeah. So it's called Cloud Dancer, a white neutral colour which drifts between light and ethereal, a living calm that invites renewal, vision in serenity and creative release. And it's called Pantone 114201 if you want to rush out and buy these colours. But I guess what they're telling us is 2026 is going to be us rediscovering the value of quiet reflection, or to just get rid of any of your colour palette, burn it.
But what did you think about it? What did you actually think about?
I just think
shit
it's
in it.
Shit.
And did you see there was a real backlash, backlash? And did you see they sent the PR lady, who happens to be a black woman, out to justify a white Pantone colour of the year? A black woman. It's like, can they not see the irony in all of this?
Yeah. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's all the shades of white.
It's shit.
It's white.
It's shocking. It's absolutely.
It's
like they've given up. It's like they've we actually don't. There's just so much shit in the world. We've just given up.
I totally agree. I saw lots of videos of artists and cake people burning their colour wheels and stuff.
I usually look forward to the Pantone colour of the year, and some of them have been really, really nice. But I think they've lost their way on this. Yeah.
Well, here's to 2027's colour.
Yeah, maybe 2027 would be black. Maybe it'd just be like nothing colour.
Yeah.
You know.
The darkest black.
Yeah, the darkest, like the darkest black you can imagine.
Yeah.
I think someone's had a meltdown. I think someone literally just had a nervous breakdown at Pantone. I mean, I feel them. You know, I understand that.
Yeah. I like clouds. But there's some colour. Come on.
We do need colour. We need a bit of brightness, especially in January. We need just a bit of rumph.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A bit of va-va-voom.
Thank you for bringing that up. I had forgotten about it, but thank you for bringing that up.
And I just want to show you this, okay? I got this for Christmas, okay? My friend made it for me. I'm so happy. So it's my new notebook.
It's a notebook with stickers on it with her name.
It's beautiful. She's put coins on it. It's all decorative, absolutely beautiful. And so that I don't forget, I'm going to put my things I want to achieve on the front page.
Right in the front. I started a new notebook, actually, because I've had a notebook for 2 years, so I've started a new notebook. So I use my diary as a notebook, and all my goals. So our last episode, this is what I used on my first pages to plan that episode. So so that's right at the front. But I use my diary. I use my paper diary as a notebook. I've got a very bad habit of that, because then I can't find anything. Yeah. Because I think it should be in a notebook somewhere, and it's not. It's in a diary. But
there you go.
There you go.
And so I just want to talk about Patreon, Bronya. Can you tell me about Patreon?
Patreon, yes. And actually, we need to have a discussion, because we're going to add an extra feature to Patreon.
Are we?
Sam's like, are we? And we haven't talked about this. We will talk about it, don't worry.
Okay.
So Patreon, if you sign up to our Bigger Slice on Patreon, you will get extra content. Remember the times when we used to do product of the week and top tip and all that sort of stuff? There's a bit of extra chat from us. Oh, look, Sammy's still got her Christmas mug. She's just had a drink with the snowman on it. So you get all that extra content, and it's a mere £5 a month, which is not even 2 cups of coffee, let's face it.
No.
So if you go over to patreon.com/the business of cake making, you can sign up there to our membership, and then you get it. So you still get an RSS feed, so it can go straight onto your Spotify or wherever you listen to your podcast. So it can go straight onto that. So you don't actually have to listen to it in a different format. And you also get a video, because we video this, and the Patreon actually gets a video every week as well. If I can edit it and get it so it's not looking horrendous, you will get a video every week. But yeah, so you get extra features. Yeah. And that's that.
And what can we look forward to seeing for the Baking Club?
The baking. Oh, gee, I haven't even planned it. So December cleared me out. I did the Christmas baking diaries through December, and that literally cleared out all inspiration. Just gone. So I'm back. So I have got a list of recipes that I have actually already developed. So we've got coconut lime and dark chocolate cookies coming.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. Birthday cake. Birthday cake's one of my biggest sellers in the cake shed, and I keep being asked.
I've seen that.
Yeah. So I keep being asked, what's birthday cake? So that will be coming. Coffee brownie, particularly yummy. And a black forest. Coffee brownie.
Yeah.
Reminds me of something my mum used to make when I was younger. And a black forest cookie slice. So I hate cookie pie. I think cookie pie can get in the bin. Just vile. But a big, like giant cookie baked like a cake and then sliced up, I'm there. So I did a black forest version.
Yum. I like that. Love Black Forest. Yummy, yummy.
That is coming as well.
And I just want to say... Yeah. So, yes, carry on.
No, go.
I was just going to say I achieved my book challenge. Finishing with Crime and Punishment.
Oh my God. Sorry, I've got remnants of a cold stuck in my chest. Of Crime and Punishment. That was heavy going to finish on.
Yeah. Oh. I've done it. Yay!
Wow, well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
Okay, so we're having a guest in a moment. Well, hello, we're back for 2026, and today our guest is Bea Wallace.
Can we just say we have a guest? We're starting the year with a guest.
Yeah, I love this. So Bea Wallace is a mindset coach from Zala Coaching, so perfect for the new year. And I was lucky enough to meet Bea at Southampton University last year at the Women in Business community event I was a panellist on. And Bea was lucky enough to have to sit next to me. So listening to Bea's story on advice for the students and future entrepreneurs. I said it.
You love that word.
I was enthralled. I loved your story, and I knew Bea would be the perfect guest to start 2026 with. So hi Bea, and welcome, and thank you so much for being our guest today.
Thank you so much for having me, and what an honour to be the first guest of the year as well, starting 2026 off.
Yeah. Starting on a positive note.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah. So we would love to hear your really interesting story and why you became a mindset coach as you started your business whilst you were at university and in lockdown as well.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, it was definitely a full-on start, and it's definitely been a very interesting one, and anyone that is starting a business, I think, knows that and how much it unfolds and changes and how much you learn along the way. So I actually originally started in the fitness space. So my journey started from having a really, really negative relationship with food and exercise that had really started to take over my life. I had made myself quite unwell in the process because it became really, really obsessive. And once I started to get to a point where I was building this healthier relationship with food, I was finding a way that fitness could fit sustainably in my life. I actually really realised how much of my life I'd missed out on, how much of my life had been just controlled and by this sort of obsession. And so that made me really want to help other women to not feel how I had felt, because sadly the reason I'd gone down that pathway is because I'd spent a lifetime surrounded by other women that had associated their worth with their weight, that were always worried about the calories in food or the sins in food. And so at a young age, you're so susceptible, and I just picked up on it. And I was growing up in the age of social media as well, as social media was getting more and more popular. So I was just surrounded by influencers for this all the time, and I just took that on my own path. So originally it started in the fitness space, and I was working with a lot of women that had similar sort of struggles to, you know, not having a really bad relationship with food, having sort of every day controlled by it, hating the thought of being in photos. And what I really found is we really like to change the external. It feels really, really comfortable to look at what diet we should do next and what we're going to start in the new year. So good timing to touch on this as well. What workout plan to sort of add in. But the reason that wasn't working is because actually this all really stems from the internal, and you're never really going to change your confidence and your self-worth and how you see yourself if you don't start working on your mindset. And so I really felt like I wanted to go deeper. I wanted to build a more meaningful transformation, which led me into going into mindset coaching. So I started my business in fitness coaching in my second year of university, and I was really lucky. It grew very, very quickly. And with that, juggling obviously university and my business, I buried myself headfirst into my business. It was my whole life. It was absolutely everything. My friends would be out partying and I would stay home to work late and to do client plans, and I was in love with it. But the issue with that is I became so in love with it that I lost myself along the way.
Yeah.
And one time I was working with a mindset coach, and I was feeling really flat and I didn't know what was wrong. And they were like, B, if I took away your business, who are you? And I was like, oh, I'm nobody without my business. And I'm 22, 23 at this time. And I'm like, wow, I am nobody without my business. And sadly, I lost a friend to suicide around a similar time who was 22. And it's one of those things where I think one day life will slap you in the face, whether you like it or not. And you're really, really forced to put things into perspective into regards to what is most important to you. And that really led me to transitioning to going to just really realizing how key your mindset is. Because if you're not building that, you don't really have anything else. And to be able to create a space for them where they're actually prioritizing themselves, they're giving themselves the time, they're giving themselves the space to work on themselves.
Yeah. I grew up obviously many, many years earlier than you, but I went to dance college, and you spend your life in front of a mirror, and you spend your life with people telling you to correct yourself, and it's devastating. It's absolutely devastating. And we obviously, Sammy and I grew up in the 80s and 90s where everyone, skinny nothing tastes as good as skinny feels and all that. And it's just shocking, absolutely shocking. So your story, that the start of that really, really resonates. But to be honest, the whole I am my business, that's terrifying. It's like looking in a mirror, you say, and that's like, yeah. It becomes your whole personality, doesn't it? It's all of you. Yeah. Right. Okay. So we've all identified.
Definitely. 100%.
Yeah. So explain to us exactly what your mindset is. What are we talking about?
Yeah. So I really like to see, I thought this was such an interesting question. I really like to see your mindset as all of your thoughts and beliefs that make up you. But the thing that we don't realise is that your mindset seeps into how you actually behave. So when we put it into perspective of having a business, for example, and you're getting frustrated that you won't just post on social media, normally it's not the fact that you just don't have the discipline or you don't have the consistency. There's normally these underlying thoughts and beliefs that we've embedded about we're maybe scared that the business won't work. So we're really scared of people seeing us. And your mindset is made up of all of your past experiences that you go through. Your brain is constantly geared to like protect you.
Right.
That's all it cares about.
Right.
And it doesn't really know the difference between a threat of a bear coming to attack you,
Right.
or being seen on social media and being seen to put yourself out there for a business.
Right.
So it's constantly looking for these past experiences and these things that seem scary to keep you safe. So
Right.
when we're making a big change where maybe right now, for example, you're full-time employed and you're trying to start your cake business, it's there going, I don't know what's going to happen. This seems terrifying.
Yeah.
Even though you're saying you want it. So your mindset makes up all of these subconscious behaviours that leaves us getting so frustrated.
Right.
And causes us to repeat these loops. So it can be the make or break. It can get you, thriving and putting yourself out of your comfort zone. But when you don't realise what it's seeping into, can also keep you operating in the old cycles and old patterns that you don't want.
Yeah, I can really associate with that. Definitely. I hate social media and I hate posting on it.
And I guess the older we get, the more experiences we have in our pockets to keep us from, I don't know, the more damage that's been done, I'm guessing.
Yeah, and it might not even be in that direct way. It might be that you've never posted on social media, but it could be someone once made a comment that cake business is never going to work. Think about how many cake businesses there are.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you've embedded this.
Yeah.
It can even be things like maybe your mum tried to go self-employed and it failed.
Yeah.
And so
I can say one. Oh, you're a home baker. that is. I find that quite
little
cutting.
Business.
Yeah.
Little business.
You're just a home baker.
Just.
And it even then seeps into how you talk. Like the amount of, I used to catch myself doing this, I just have like a little business. You downplay what you do. And because you downplay what you do, you downplay your actions as well. And so you're never going to get it to where you want to be because you're saying it's just that small business, it's just that thing on the side. And when you talk about it like that, you're really creating the truth. And then you always act like it's a small business instead of going all in and taking the steps that you need to be able to make it something that is full-time.
It's very powerful.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Perfect. I knew you'd be brilliant.
Thank you.
So for someone who is self-employed, self-doubt, cake anxiety,
Cake anxiety. Is the cake going to fall over?
Yeah, and procrastination can feel like a constant bad boss in the back of your head. How can we change that internal voice of doubt and become more confident?
Yeah. So the first thing is normally procrastination is not a case of you just being lazy. So you beating yourself up and saying, just get on with it, just do it, just hurry up. It doesn't help. No one ever moves forward from that negativity. And it's like going into a workplace and your boss saying every day, you're awful at your job, sort yourself out, get on with it. All that makes you want to do is hide away, quit, hand in your notice. So bullying yourself into working harder isn't going to be the answer.
That's an interesting way of putting it, isn't it? Bullying yourself. Yeah. Oh, yes.
Honestly, there has never been a client that I've seen like adding pressure in is the answer. It always just makes them pull away more.
Right.
And it makes them crumble. Because again, you think like when you are building a business, like you do have to be in love with it. You do have to enjoy it. Yeah. Otherwise it's really hard to keep going. But normally procrastination is exactly what we were touching on. It's much more a safety mechanism. Normally it's the reason behind the task that we're procrastinating.
Right.
It's what, if we, for example, it can feel easier to procrastinate than it is to get on with the tasks to do our business. Because if we get on with the tasks to do our business, there's a chance we could fail. Yeah. Right. And so sometimes it's just easier not to give it a go.
Yeah.
And it's because at least then if you failed, you really didn't give it everything you've got. So that's okay then. That's more comfortable. Yeah. And so trying to ask yourself, what are you actually protecting yourself from? Like, what is the task? What does that task lead to? Is there comfort behind what you're doing? So for example, like even doom scrolling on our phone, even though it could be like a negative habit that we're like, I really want to stop this. I'm so fed up of how much time I'm spending on my phone. When you break down that habit that you keep filling out, what does it actually give you? It gives us a little bit of a dopamine hit. Maybe it gives us distraction. Maybe it gives us reassurance. Maybe it gives us community.
Yeah.
And so even this negative habit that we think we want to quit is actually fulfilling so many of your needs.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we need to think about other ways in which we can meet those needs and stem into what is it that this procrastination is protecting you from? What's the underlying fear? What is it that you're telling yourself underneath the surface that is showing up on a day-to-day basis? And in terms of sort of building more of that positive mindset versus just think more positively. Because it doesn't help. It's really hard to go from I'm so scared of this business, I'm so scared of starting it, to it's going to be the best thing ever. I'm going to be the most successful person.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is your brain actually has more of a negativity bias. Which is really unfortunate. It looks and remembers for the negative information because that's what's going to keep you safe in the case of a threat. So all of the times where, I don't know, you posted on social media and you got 1 like, or someone unfollowed you after, or maybe someone even left you a bad review. That one time stands out in your head.
Oh, it does.
Oh my God, yeah, that's what
absolutely it does.
100%. Yeah.
All those other 5-star reviews, forget about them. That one person that had something negative to say.
It's funny. I was thinking yesterday because I used to have a shop, and that's how Sammy and I met. And I don't know why, but in my head, I was going through all the people that had come in and complained yesterday. I don't know why this is happening. All the people, but I can only tell you about the people that came in and complained, and there's probably about 4 or 5 of them over a 5-year period. Couldn't tell you about any of the others. None of the others. I could only tell you about the ones that came in and complained.
And I can imagine that's coming up so much more now because it's the end of the year.
Yeah, probably. Yes.
So it's when we're reflecting, and it's when we're starting to think about what went well, what didn't go well, what do we want to do next year. Yeah. So you're starting to set those goals for the next year, but you've got this doubt of like, well, all of these people said this, so can I really do these new goals? Can I really achieve them? And so funny. Yeah, so your brain has called a reticular activating system. That is a really long word, but it's basically like your brain's filter.
Right.
So if you think about how much information you see every single day, like think about if you've been to a shop recently, how many people you saw in that shop. You couldn't remember most of them. You couldn't remember what colour coat the cashier was wearing, for example. So your brain just gets rid of anything that is not important.
Right.
Because it's not, it doesn't see it as relevant. But that also means if you've got a world, that view that things are going to go wrong, your brain is going to filter out any information that things are going to go right.
Yeah.
Right.
So positive review, the opportunity to collaborate with someone and have your case stand, you don't even notice it because you're so caught up on all the ways things aren't going your way. So you have to start building like an evidence bank. So this could be in terms of writing down the things that are going really, really well in your business, writing down the things that you're grateful for. There is so much information, like so much evidence around gratitude journaling.
Yeah.
Even in cases of like reducing depression symptoms, just writing down the things that you're grateful for and not writing down the same 3 things every day, but finding new things to be grateful for and think about really why you're grateful for them. Starts getting your brain going into the day and thinking, well, what's going well for me?
Yeah.
What else could go well? Where are those opportunities for me?
We're not wired well here, are we? There's something very bad in evolution that wired us really badly here.
Exactly. But when you think about it, your brain just wanted to keep you safe from bears.
Yeah.
So it was just looking for those threats and making sure that you were safe. And now we are just in a completely different environment.
Yeah.
But when you know how to sort of almost like hack your mindset and start looking for the things that are going well, then you start seeking out the opportunities instead.
I like that, hacking my mindset. I'm hacking my own brain. I like that.
Yeah.
Right. So what do you find are common struggles and fears that women have in business? Because women are very different to men in business, aren't we? We acknowledge that.
Yeah, definitely.
So what things might the listener recognise in themselves of what we go through?
Yeah. So I think one is that self-doubt. The worry, like, is it going to work out? What are other people going to think? The comparison to other people as well, like, particularly now in social media. Yeah. Like, you're not just seeing your cake business. The minute you start a cake business, you probably your feed is filled with cake businesses. Yeah. And social media is designed to be like a highlight reel. The amount of people I've had say to me, you look like you're doing so well, in the inside I'm a crumpled mess. Yeah. And it's crazy, and that's always the way it works. So we've got that self-doubt, which means that we never feel like we're doing good enough. And so because you never feel like you're doing good enough, what happens is you stop showing up. You don't tell people that you make cakes. The amount of people I see that have businesses and don't actually post anywhere to sell them, and don't actually tell people how to order them or what services they do or the types of offers they have. Whereas when you think about a big business like Starbucks, how many times would they tell you what they do and the price and how you can order? You would see it like so many times. They don't stop because they're worried about bothering you because they're a business. But people with their own business don't treat it the same way because they're worried about annoying people and they've got this self-doubt that it's just a small business.
Oh my God, I feel so seen.
And I think also we're quite bad at women at putting ourselves first an awful lot of time. So, you know, you've got this business that you really want to start, and we know starting a business takes a lot of time and intention, and you're constantly, because it's just that small business, putting it to the side to go and do something for someone else. And especially if you are going more into the self-employed where you make your own hours, or even if you're not and you've got to do your cake business outside of hours, if you're not scheduling that time and treating it as a priority, it's never going to become a priority. So actually, like, giving yourself space and permission to work on it, to work on yourself, and to know, like, that is important. It is a real thing. Even if you're doing it on the side, it's still a serious thing. And being able to treat it as how you want it. One of my, like, favourite realizations, I guess, is that the only difference between where you are right now and where you want to be are the beliefs and habits and the actions that you take every day. The version of you that is a fully booked cake baker does not show up in the same way as the version of you that is maybe doing it on the side after work. Because this version of you would be showing up everywhere, for example, would be really proud, would be telling everybody about her cake business, would be talking about it like it's a big thing. Whereas the version of you that is doing it on the side is probably talking about it as that little side hustle. And probably maybe even a little bit embarrassed to tell people in case they judge her.
I do remember actually about a year and a half ago, I consciously started saying to people, because I used to have a part-time job. It was only 20 hours a week, but it was a part-time job. But that was my employment. And I remember consciously saying to people, this is my side hustle, my job, my employment is my side hustle. And it was a real conscious decision, and it did really change how I treated my cake business. It was like, right, so I need to go out and do this because that's scheduled in and I've got to get that done. But then I'm back into my cake business, and it made a huge difference to me.
I can associate with that because people ask to see my photos of my cakes and I won't show them because I think they're rubbish.
What?
Yeah.
But why do you think they're rubbish?
Because I just... I don't know, because I know they're not. I go back and look at them.
She's the best cake maker I know. The best cake maker. And I know a lot of cake makers.
No.
What are you comparing them to, though?
I guess I look at everybody else online and I look at their stuff and I think their stuff's much better than mine. So
yeah, and I really think like one of the best things you can do as a business, and I do this myself, is I actually filter out a lot of the people that are in similar businesses to me. Because firstly, like, they don't, you know, a mindset coach probably doesn't want mindset coaching from me right now. And, you know, it's not the target demographic that I work with. So, you know, I would rather have meaningful conversations with people that might need a little bit of support. Two, it doesn't help me to see their content and compare and to wonder how full their calendar is in comparison to mine. And it actually just knocks away your creativity. And it takes away from, if you're always looking at what someone else is posting, exactly like you said, you're not going to want to post. And then how do people even know how to order a cake from you?
Well, they don't.
It is true, though. I mean, so when we work together, and I think it is easy. It was much easier when we worked together in the shop because when you're making something yourself, you see all the flaws on it. You see like the little dinks and the little bits and pieces. And then someone else would come down the stairs and go, oh my God, that's incredible, because they've seen it with fresh eyes for a new first time. And I think we know we're hard on ourselves when we're looking at the cakes that we're making. But it doesn't help us. So maybe just occasionally send me a picture of one of your cakes and I'll tell you how brilliant you are or something. I don't know. But somehow it was easier when we were all together in that environment with other people.
We used to have a phrase, actually, walk away from the cake.
Step away from the cake.
Step away
from the cake.
You get locked in and you can only see the cake and you can see everything that's wrong with it.
And you want to fix it.
And you come back and you're like, what am I talking about? It's fine.
Yeah.
Exactly. And just one of the best things I ever did for myself was surround myself with other people that were like-minded in the sense of wanting to improve on themselves, that had the attitude of lifting you up and inspiring you, even if in different fields. Like, it makes such a huge difference. And getting off social media, there is not a single person I know that does not benefit from minimizing their screen time, minimizing the amount of time scrolling. That doesn't mean not posting what you're doing and telling people what you do, but consuming less, and definitely consuming less in the field you're trying to go into.
Good tip, yes.
So since self-employment is a marathon, it's ongoing the whole time, how do you help your clients build the long-term resilience needed to handle the messy parts of growth without quitting, which I'm very good at?
And I can definitely say there have been plenty of times that I have been on the brink of handing the towel in and going, I can't do this, and being burnt out. And I think the biggest thing is, like we touched on, you are not your business. If you have a month where you don't get a single order, that's not you failing. Right. That's not a reflection of you being a bad person. And that's why becoming your business and not having that distinction outside of it is so bad, because when you do have a quiet month, all of a sudden you make this a reflection on you, which then makes it so much harder to show up. Whereas when you've got a life outside of your business, when you've got hobbies that are nothing to do with cake making and cake decorating, and when you've got really meaningful connections, and when you're taking that time to recharge at the end of the day, that gives you the energy to keep going and to keep showing up. So you have to make sure that you are not your business. Have that really clear distinction, because that's what will make it really hard to keep showing up when things get tough.
Because I mean, when things are getting tough, it's not always, quite often it's just a seasonal buying pattern, isn't it? You know? But you don't recognise that at the time. It's all about, no, it's me. It's me. Yeah,
exactly. And I know like so many businesses this year as well that have obviously found it a lot harder with the UK being in a bit of a cost of living crisis. And that is not a reflection on you, and you have to be able to keep going up and keep showing up regardless, because like I said, there will be seasonal changes. And being able to normalise that and show up regardless is so important, because what normally happens is we have a quiet month, we take this personally, the next month we don't post. We don't show up. We don't keep going, because we take it, we let it knock our confidence. And so as a result, what does this do? This builds your evidence. This provides confirmation that you're a bad baker because you're not getting enough orders. But really, you let a quiet month seep into your actions.
Oh, yes. Oh my God.
Good advice.
I also think, like, practically as well, like, have boundaries.
Yes.
Which does seep into it. Even if you have to work slightly different hours because you're doing it on the side, you still need boundaries. You are not available 24/7. You know, have like a separate work contact number, like have WhatsApp business, for example. Have times you put your phone away, have set days that you don't do anything related to cake stuff, because it's really, especially if you're in the beginning stages of building your business, or even if you're further along, it's so easy to think you have to be on all the time. You have to be available 24/7 or you're going to miss that order. At the end of the day, when you keep pushing yourself, you're much more likely to create work that you're not happy with. You're much more likely to start to grow resentful, because a lot of the time people also want a business for the life that gives them outside of it, to have more freedom, to have more flexibility, and we shoehorn and we put ourselves in this corner where that's not possible because we take on too many orders and we don't let ourselves live that life. So don't be scared to like say no to orders. Say no to things that are outside of your capability or are last minute. Like, set really clear boundaries.
We do talk about boundaries a lot. We've been burnt, that's why.
I actually recently turned away 2 large cake orders for the same lady, and I love this lady. She's a returning customer, and she asked me a couple of months ago if I could have the cake, and I said yes. I gave her a quote. And she never came back to me until a week before she wanted the cakes. And I procrastinated. I was like, oh, shall I do it? I'm going to have to do an 18-hour day for about 3 days to do these cakes. And I said no. I was so proud of myself. I was so proud of myself.
Amazing. And also when you dig into like that procrastination around like the fear of even making that decision, normally it is that fear of like, what if she doesn't come back? What if she leaves a bad review? What if she spreads it? And we let ourselves spiral with this sport.
Yeah. Well done, you.
Yeah, I used AI to help me write my answer because I was like, I don't want to turn you down and everything, but I have to on this occasion. And she came back and she said, "Oh no, that's fine. I'll see you again, and don't worry."
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
And we often we often build up such stories of how someone is going to respond and what they're going to say, and they just turn around and go, "Yeah, I completely understand."
Because actually, humans aren't bad. We're not bad species generally. We're quite kind to one another. I mean, obviously not always, but...
And equally, you want to work with people that respect that it's a business. I think sometimes when you're self-employed, there will be some people that forget that it's a job and expect you to be available all the time. And, I'm always really, really clear with my clients now, like, I'm available between these hours. I'll be off on these days. And, they respect that because I teach them to have those boundaries.
I quite often get calls of, "Hi, I want a cake for 2 days' time." And I go, "No, sorry, I'm fully booked." And they'll go, "But it's only a small cake."
It's still a cake. Yeah. So obviously we get quite overwhelmed in our businesses, and we don't always, long hours. We're terrible. Cake makers in particular are quite bad at putting in the extra and going that extra mile. And so what small steps can we take to look after ourselves better when we're busy?
So obviously the working hours are going to be a really, really big one. Like, look at your calendar in advance before you say yes. It's so automatic for us to just go, "Yeah, that'll be fine. I'll make that work."
We're people pleasers as well. We are inherently people pleasers, us cake makers. Yes.
Exactly. So even just saying, "Hey, can I get back to you in 20 minutes? I just need to look at my calendar first." Right. Pause before you say yes, so you can actually have the time to go.
Good advice.
That won't work for me. So, for example, I use Google Calendar and I'll put it on like a week view. And I will look at how much I have each week as to if I have capacity. And that doesn't include being busy all of the time. That includes having time that is blocked out to just recharge.
Right.
I like to really ask myself, how can I make each week, what do I have to look forward to each week?
Yeah. Right.
Because before I got myself into a cycle where all I was doing was working, where I do a lot of calls with clients that may be working in regular hours, I was doing a lot of late calls. So giving myself things to know that I had things to look forward to, things to recharge. So regular hours, regular contact times. Think about what helps you recharge as well. So this doesn't mean a spa day every week, sadly. It can be. And often we're so good at putting off that self-care because we think it's not important, or we think we don't have time. Self-care doesn't need to be a spa day. It doesn't need to be an hour-long meditation. Find those little moments that you look forward to. So one of my favourite things is just really taking my time with a morning coffee and jotting down some thoughts in the morning and clearing my mind and enjoying that time in the morning and protecting that time. So have those clear little moments of your day that you get to look forward to. Because otherwise, if all you're doing every single day is your business, or you're working and then you're doing your business, that's going to be the quickest way to get burnt out.
Right. Yes.
That's a good advice.
I'm hearing.
My downtown time, which sometimes I don't always do, sit and watch EastEnders with my dogs.
Do a little joyful moment. A little joyful moment.
But recently I've been working and having it on in the background. So I need to make that time.
Exactly. And we can get so good at telling ourselves it's just this season, it's just now, it's just today. And before we know it, all of the things that we used to do to really support us have dropped off. Right. And that's when you'll start finding yourself feeling a little bit more flat, feeling more disconnected.
Yes.
You're just amazing. You're just.
It's like she's in our businesses, in our houses, going no.
So my clients say that I hear your voice. I always did this and I heard you. It's
Oh my god. So what do you find the biggest block people have in creating a better environment for themselves?
So much of what we do on a day-to-day basis is automatic. We operate on autopilot. So your brain has something called neuroplasticity, which means that it builds connections between one habit and another, for example. So even things like boiling the kettle in the morning to make a cup of coffee is able to become automatic because it's got such a strong pathway that you don't need to think about doing it. So you press that kettle button even without thinking about it. And the more times you go over a habit, the easier and easier it gets. Almost as if you're going like on a dog walk through the woods. So when we want to build a new habit though, that's like those little side pathways where people have trampled over once, but you can't really see the path. So when you're starting to try to change your environment and to build new habits, you've got to take that pathway that feels really unfamiliar and is a little bit more trodden down and it's a little bit harder to go over. And that takes time and energy, and it takes repeated practice of going over and over this pathway. And so we often, especially when we're stressed and tired, we're going to revert back to that main dog walk because that feels familiar and that feels comfortable. So being aware that creating change takes conscious effort and time and practice, and it's been shown to feel like really it's tiring. There's a study that I don't know if you would have heard of it, where they did a study on London taxi drivers. This is obviously before like Ubers and they used their phones for maps, but they had bigger areas of their brains that were involved in that long-term memory from where they'd had to remember all of the roads of London, which are obviously very, very complicated, and all of the ways to go. So your brain literally changes structure and shape by creating these new pathways. So it's amazing that we can build new habits and we're always able to change our brain, but that conscious awareness that takes time and effort. And I think it's also the belief a lot of the time that we have to earn rest, or we'll slow down when we get to a certain part of our business, or we'll slow down when we're full-time, and we're always putting it off. So we're always in that survival mode. We're always trying to earn things. So recognizing when you're reverting back to those safety mechanisms and operating on autopilot. They say by the time I think it's over 35, about 95% of what you do is just unconscious.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I know. We're just going through the motions.
So I'm not controlling myself. Myself is just doing it all by itself.
And in a way, that's great because we don't want to have to think about every little thing we do. But being aware of how that can keep you running in the same cycle versus changing, I think, is so important. So even little things like, I used to roll my eyes at journaling so much, it used to make me cringe, but journaling is like that check-in with yourself of, am I happy with how I'm showing up? Am I still enjoying what I'm doing? What am I putting off right now? Gives you that opportunity to recognise when maybe you're creeping back into all of the things that you said you were going to do. Particularly as we go into the new year, we're setting on all these goals. Half the time we get 3 weeks into January and we completely forgot what we even set.
Gone.
So, having that regular chance to like revisit is really, really important.
We did so our last episode of 2025 was about we always do like a reflection of the year and what we're planning going forward. And we did say this year, 2026, we are going to check in once a quarter with each other, didn't we?
Yes.
And we're going to do that on the podcast so people can hear us checking in and making sure we're and you know, if we've sacked something off and we've decided we're not going to do it, why we've done that, and but what are we doing so, because I think we both did say we do this once a year and it's really not enough.
Yes, exactly, because it's easy to forget. And another thing I'm doing this year is I'm putting my goals in places of my house where people see them, because not be in my kitchen, because often we set a goal and we're actually really embarrassed to tell people.
In case we don't do it, in case we don't hit that goal, and then you have to explain yourself.
So straight away you're almost telling your brain that you're going to fail the goal. Whereas actually what you've done by putting it on the podcast is everybody knows that this is your goal, and being able to talk about it like it's going to happen and have that conversation around it is so important.
We do always invite people to tell us their goals, and they never do.
Exactly.
I wonder why.
So making it into existence and being proud of it, being proud of that goal, and recognizing what comes up around it, I think is really important.
Definitely.
I don't set New Year's resolutions. I set a goal of 10 things to achieve this year. And last year I didn't do too great, but the year before I did amazing. But I've set my goals. I've got my notebook here.
She's got a brand new notebook.
I've got a brand new notebook.
Always need a new notebook for it.
And then I'm going to write them in here, because normally what I do is I put them in an envelope, seal it up, and then open it the Christmas after. But this year I'm gonna have it on show so that I know what I've got to achieve.
Yeah, exactly. And making it just visible so that you have to like revisit it. And what it sounds like you also did in that last podcast is make sure you go back and learn.
Yeah.
So the fact that, for example, those you didn't get many of those done, allow yourself to actually revisit it and think about why that is versus just setting new goals. Like taking the lessons, looking at what the focuses were, looking at how you can grow, because often, as much as we wish we didn't go through hard times, it will be the most difficult moments that do teach you the most about yourself and that do shape you moving forward, as long as we actually don't, like we said, bully ourselves about it and we let ourselves learn from these experiences.
Wonderful. Right, so as bakers, we work ridiculous hours quite often. So, because everything's always last minute, it drives my husband, who is an engineer, absolutely mad that I'm very last minute. And we work quite long hours. Burnout is always just round the corner. I mean, when I sold my shop, I was incredibly burnt out, and I never recognised it before it was happening. I never recognised until the shop got sold, and all of a sudden I crashed really badly. How can we recognise what we're doing to ourselves? Because I should have known at least 2 years before it happened what was happening. So how can we start to recognise all that kind of stuff that we're doing to ourselves?
And burnout is the worst because when you get it bad, like it is so hard to recover from, and it leaves you having so much. You fall out of love or something that once was your whole heart. Yeah. So I would say the earlier on the signs are going to be you're probably going to be procrastinating more. You're probably going to be, if you're really tired, just all the time. You don't know why. Maybe you're struggling to sleep.
Oh, that just struck you. So I would wake up at 4 a.m. or 3 a.m, and I'd be wide awake, and then come 7 a.m, dead. Just couldn't get out of bed. So yes. Yeah.
Exactly. And I used to find myself as well when I was burnt out and I was really struggling with those boundaries, is I would wake up in the night and I would check my phone for messages.
I've always had my phone in another room at night. Yeah. That's always been a deal of mine.
Yeah,
no rooms in the bedroom.
Very good boundary. Struggling to sleep, struggling to switch off, not being able to concentrate even on things like sitting down and watching the EastEnders in the evening, for example. And I think the really, really big one is starting to feel a little bit disconnected, a little bit resentful, and not enjoying what you're doing anymore. Yeah. And the biggest thing to actually help you start recognising it is going to be actually giving yourself time to check in with yourself. Instead of just going through the motions each week, and that's going to be another sign if you just feel like you're going through the motions, you're just every day feels like the same, feels like Groundhog Day, you're feeling like flat. Yeah.
And then I think there was also a feeling of, because the shop was always busy, I was busy. Yeah. You know, I'm fine, I'm busy, it's all right, I'm just getting on with things. And and
the hard thing is as well, when you're in that point where it's going really, really well, is you feel like you should be grateful. Yes. You feel like you've got everything that you want, so why do you feel like this? Yeah. And that stops you doing anything about it, because on the surface you're successful, on the inside you're hating it and you're miserable and you don't have, it's not the life that you thought you wanted. Yeah. So giving yourself that time to check in with yourself, you know, that could be at the end of each day, like, how am I feeling? What stood out for me? What am I proud of? Where am I struggling to show up? What do I need? Like, giving yourself that time to check in with yourself. Ask yourself, if you weren't focused on what you should be doing, what would that look like for you now?
Yes.
But actually, making it sort of a non-negotiable, and obviously doing this before your burnout is going to be easier to do an end of day sort of check-in or a once a week sort of reflection. And all the things we've already spoke about are going to stop you getting to the point that you're burnt out. Yeah. And recognising what often happens is we let all of the self-care moments drop off.
Yes.
And that's normally when we're tipping towards burnout, is when we drop everything that we know makes us feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to have, we never used to open on a Sunday, and I used to have Monday mornings off. And Monday mornings we used to go out for breakfast, and me and my husband, and we still do, actually. We still do that thing. Every Monday morning we go out for breakfast, because I've always had Monday mornings off. But there were times when I just can't be bothered. Can I just stay a bit? But it was always like a joyous thing that we used to do. We used to go out, we used to catch up, we used to sit with the dogs. But I did get to the point, it's like, I can't be bothered to go for breakfast now. It's It
just, everything becomes so much harder and heavier when you're in it.
Yes. Yes.
So if a listener is starting 2026 feeling stuck, overwhelmed by their business goals, what is a micro habit, I like that word, micro habit, or question they should ask themselves today to shift their energy?
Amazing. So there are two sort of like almost like activities I would do. So one is ask yourself, if you showed up today as that version of you that had it all, that had the successful cake business, that was full-time cake making, whatever it might be, what does she do on a daily basis? And the thing that is really nice about this is I like to do it as my gentle way to like call myself out. Like, is that future version of you doing this? Is she showing up like this? No? Okay, then what do we need to do? Because again, like we said earlier, those habits that you have right now aren't going to allow you to move forward. And to really kind of like connect into that vision, something that is such a helpful exercise to do is to write a journal entry or a letter as that future version of you. So write a journal entry, for example, we're in January. So in January 2027, of exactly what your life looks like. And almost like you're telling a story. So how you wake up, where you wake up, who's there, what your room looks like, what you do first thing in the morning, what your work looks like, what you do after work. As detailed, the more detailed you can get, the better you will feel, the more you'll connect into that vision. And so to the point that you're bringing up those feelings and those emotions so that you can almost feel those, what she's doing. And this allows you to bridge that gap. And the other thing that's really nice about it is it puts things into priority as well. Because if I was to, for example, do it and I was to say, I want to go to 10 different countries, I want to move house, I want to have a kid, I'm going to get another dog, we'd be thinking, well, something's got to give there. And those wouldn't be all of the things I wanted either. So by writing it as if it's a year in the future and as if it's a real day, you really prioritize what's most important to you and what stands out. Versus when we just set goals, we can be feeling that pressure to set like an endless list of achievements that might not actually be that important to you. So it really helps you connect with like your core values and what really makes you happy. Like for me, it's actually like a slow life that is like filled with connection, that gives me time to be surrounded by the people I love, and that gives me time to have experiences, and my work is meaningful. That doesn't mean I need to do all those other things to get there or to get caught up in someone else's goals. And you can do this so that it's either in an envelope that you read in a year's time, or you can schedule it as an email to send yourself in a year's time as well, so that you can really look back on it as well. But that way you can bring it, and you can ask yourself, what is one sort of like anchor habit that this future version of you that we've connected to does every single day that you can do right now? Because, for example, maybe that future version of you, maybe she does go on 5-star holidays every month. That might not be quite realistic right now. But there are certain elements, even in terms of how she gets ready in the morning. Maybe right now you roll out of bed, and because you're working from home, you put on a tracksuit and you put your hair up. And you don't really give yourself a second thought to get ready. I cannot tell you the difference it makes getting ready, doing your hair, making yourself feel nice in the morning in terms of like the energy that you will put out that day.
I remember in COVID there was a couple of days that I didn't, I mean, I don't wear a lot of makeup, a bit of mascara, but there were a couple of days that I didn't put mascara on, and I kept catching myself in the mirror and going, oh my God, you look like you've just got out of bed. And it doesn't, and it's not much, but it did make a huge difference to me. Because I thought no one else was going to see me. I'm like, but actually I'm seeing myself.
And that it seeps into how you behave as well, because if you're not treating yourself like a successful business owner, which, you know, if you're trying to build a cake building business, like it's not just a little business, you're going to be a successful business owner, then you've got to think, how does that successful version of you show up? Does she just roll out of bed first thing and scroll for an hour? Or does she get up, get herself ready, set those intentions for the day? It will like seep into, even if like I force myself, even if I'm going nowhere and I'm just working from home all day, I will still get ready because I know I will do more and I will show up with the energy that I want.
Okay, right. We are set for 2026. I do feel like you've held a mirror up to me, and I've had a kick up the arse, and I'm moving on.
Good.
This is how I felt when I met you, B. You're just so like, wow, invigorating.
Because we all know what we're doing. But sometimes it just needs someone to point out exactly how that is affecting us. Because I don't think we truly, we don't all understand the power of our own mind, do we?
Yeah.
You know, and it is incredibly powerful what we can do to ourselves without even knowing it.
Yeah. And we often tell ourselves that we're too busy and we've just got to get on with this. And one of the best things I heard was that your business can't outgrow your mindset. And, you know, this happened to me. Like, I grew my business and I didn't grow me. And it did all crash because I'd burnt myself out so much. I hadn't put myself in a position where I had the space to hold the business. And so if you don't work on yourself at the same time as your business, it eventually just catches you up.
Yes. Wonderful. Right. So if our listener would like to spend more time with you, learn more from what you do, where can we find you? Where do you hang out? What's your social media? Everything.
Yes. So the main space to find me is on Instagram. So my mindset one is at It's B Wallace. You can work with me in a few different ways. You can either do one-off clarity calls, which is where we'll do 60 minutes digging into everything that's got you feeling a little bit foggy right now, where you're not showing up, and you'll leave with an action plan that you can implement straight away with super clear steps. Or I work with people on a retainer where we do 2 calls a month and you have support outside of that.
Right.
For if you feel like you're the type of person that listens to say, gets a kick, and then you go back to the old habits to really make sure you've got the support to keep going on it and see the change.
Excellent. Oh, well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's been a lovely day, lovely way to start the year.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited for 2026. I feel like it's going to be a good year for a lot of people.
Oh, I hope so. I so hope, because 2025 was pants.
Yeah.
So.
I think it was for a lot of people. It's all fallen into place for this year. Everyone is going to have a great year.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think we've just all got fed up of being depressed about it, haven't we? And we just...
Yeah.
Well, actually, before you came on, we were talking about Pantone put out a colour of the year every year. And this year, we think they've really missed a trick this year. They've put out white.
Yeah.
They've put out white.
Yeah.
They could have had a joyous colour. They've gone with...
White.
Nobody loved 2025.
No. They really didn't. But no, thank you so much. It's been lovely.
I think actually I'm going to be in contact with you because I think I really want to connect. And
yes, please do. I would love to hear from you.
Yeah.
And we would love to hear your progress if you do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
We'll share it on the quarterly goal setting ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much, Bea. And maybe we'll catch up with you another time because it's been wonderful.
I hope so.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.
She was so
I told
amazing.
you she was phenomenal. What a woman!
Oh my God. So incredible. I feel ready to
I
go.
want a mini bee to put in my pocket.
Yeah.
So she can go,
Yeah.
Sammy, come on now.
Yeah. That's the thing is that it's like it makes you not doubt yourself, but it makes you recognise yourself
And to think deeper and more intentionally.
Yeah. Yes. I did used to journal. I journaled for a little bit.
I do. I've journaled.
Yeah,
I've journaled on and off for years because my friend gave me a book of best moments of the day. But
Okay.
2025, I just kind of went boof, and I've been writing so much more down, and I kind of do it 3 or 4 times a week, and I'm loving it. I really am. And I have written things of I am grateful. I've done it as something that's happened. I am grateful that I achieved this. So I have done that.
Yeah. Something that I've I think it's from working at the church actually. Something that I do more now is, you know, when you see someone and they're doing something you don't like, you go, oh, for God's sake, why are they doing that? And also Jules will say it. And now I try to sit there and go, well, maybe they're doing that because this has happened. So I've tried to be kinder to other people. Maybe I just need to be kinder to myself.
Yeah. I have done this thing where if someone is speaking negatively, I try and say no negative in my head. Say no negativity.
Yeah.
Let's let's swap it round. Let's do it from another perspective, because there may be a reason that has happened. Or I have blimmin' AI. I'll go in and I'll so I got divorced last year, and sometimes things would happen, and I would go into AI and type it from my ex's point of view, so that I could see it from both sides, as opposed to, oh, for God's sake, why is it doing that? So I can, because he's probably feeling that about me.
And I think, I mean, although that's not helping you specifically, it's helping you
rationalise.
Yeah, it's helping. Yeah, it's like helping you think through what. It's just being sort of like a bit kinder to your thoughts for being angry. It's like, well, I'm angry at this. But no, I thought B was, and I do feel that there's a lot of stuff she said that I was like,
I wouldn't say. I nearly cried quite a lot through that. I got really emotional because I'm like, oh my God, you really,
just so close. And I think there's a lot to take away. I think that's probably one of the most powerful ones we've ever recorded. Ever.
She resonated with both of us. Yeah. I could see you going, oh my God. So I could just lay my head down and have a good weep now. A good weep.
We're not going to. We're going to move forward with our head held high.
Okay. Yeah. So
right. We have a new feature. We've got a new feature for 2026.
Have we got one for today, or we just telling?
Yeah, because I'm going to ask you the one that I was telling you about. So quite often, when we're in our own kitchens, so I think it's that bit of missing working together.
I miss working.
When we work together and you go, well, what do you do about that? And what do you do about that? It's like little conversations that you miss with when you work alone. And the experiences you miss, because you miss out on other people's experiences, that they might do something for a specific reason. You kind of go, oh, that's really good. What did you say? So we're going to start a new feature. We haven't got a name for it yet. We've literally just talked about it. Or a song. It's a feature in development. We're going with it. But it's like a quick... Yeah. And that's how the question will be. So I will do a question this week. Sammy will do a question next week. And that's how the question will be. It'll be a quick fire question that you... So if you're working together, you go, oh yeah, I do such and such. You haven't got time to think about it. So, and it could be anything bacon related, cake related, business related. So my thing this week, yesterday I was getting a lot of things out the oven, and I have a certain oven cloth that I use. And I thought, I wonder if Sammy uses an oven mitt or a tea towel to get things out the oven. So, oven mitt or tea towel, what do you use and why do you use it? I
have 3. I don't call them mitts. That's like, oven mitts? Oh, what's that?
It's like something from the 1950s.
Oh, darling. No, I use...
What do you call oven gloves?
Oven gloves. I've got 3. I've got 2...
Right. And what type are they? Are they the ones that are joined?
I hate the ones that are joined. I can't cope with those. I've got individual mitts. A friend...
Right. Do you put your hands in them?
Yeah, and they're industrial strength. My 2 favourites are industrial strength. But some of them, one of them's getting holes in it now, and I'm like, no, don't break. They're about 3 years old. But I love my oven mitts.
So are they like mitten shaped? Are they like that hand mitten shaped?
And they go quite far up my arms, because I'm very good at burning my arms.
I'm always burning the heel of my... Oh, no, where is it? It's above my thumb. So if you look at your hand, the back of your hand, it's the bit just below your thumb. I'm always burning that on the shelf above.
Long oven gloves, because my tea towels, I have millions of tea towels, and I'll get through so many of a day, and they're always wet. Yeah. And if you use a wet tea towel, take the stuff out of the oven, you burn yourself.
Yeah. Because the water turns to steam, and steam is hotter than... Oh, yes. Wet tea towel. Never use wet tea towel.
No.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Oh, interesting. So I've got... This was my Secret Santa from work last year. It's the same shape as a tea towel, but it's like it's made out of it's from Lakeland. It's a classic oven cloth. So it's like a really thick cloth, but it is a tea towel shape. But because it's a oven cloth, I don't use it as a tea towel, you see.
Yeah, I'd use that. I'd be like, where's the tea towel? I'll use that. Yeah.
Well, that'll do.
But yeah, I've got three oven mitts. One doesn't get used very often.
Oh, nice. See, I don't like the ones that joined. I hate the ones that joined in the middle.
I can't cope.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And they don't have thumbs on them. Humans were given opposable thumbs, or whatever they're called. Why would you take that use away with an oven glove?
Yeah. Oh, I like this. So
right, so there you go. Okay. Yeah, your turn next week.
I'm going to sneeze. No, it's... Oh, no, it's gone. No,
she might.
Yeah.
You sure? Right.
Okay.
And if any listener has a why do you do it that way type thing, just ask us.
Either ideas. Either or. There you go. I've got to think of a song.
Yeah. Right. What a good one for the first 2026
I hope you all
episode.
feel invigorated and ready for 2026. I'd love to hear any of your stories, what you think of the episode, any of your either or
and
ideas.
if you do have any goals or any changes you're going to make, fess up, tell them, put it out there.
Because we love you. You're amazing. Yeah. You know who I love the most? Theres many of you, so you're all going now, oh, is she talking about me?
It's a dog.
And I look forward to hearing from you all in the future. So
do please get in touch. We would love to hear.
On that note,
and have a good 2026, everyone.
Bye. That was a whoopee one.